I am with the third video of physics for class 7th, chapter 1, unit 3rd, measurement of density and speed. In this video I shall discuss density, its unit, determination of density of solid and liquid, speed, its unit and types of speed. Now I will show you something. Now you see there is water in this bowl. Now I have an iron nail in my hand. You see, when I drop it, it sinks into the water. Whereas when I drop this paper boat, it floats. Now we need to know why this happens. Because molecules of paper are loosely packed, so it is less dense, whereas molecules of iron nail are tightly packed, so it is more dense. Here density of iron nail is more than water, so it sinks, whereas density of this paper boat is less than water, so it floats. Means sinking and floating depends upon density. So now we will discuss what is density. The mass per unit volume of a substance is called its density. Suppose volume V has mass equals to m, unit volume has mass equals to m upon V. But mass of unit volume is called density, so D equals to m upon V. 1 kg iron and 1 kg of cotton have same mass, but iron occupies less volume than 1 kg cotton. So substance with equal mass can have different volumes. Similarly, equal volumes of different substance can have different mass. Example, 1 liter of petrol and 1 liter of water have different mass. A heavy substance has more mass per unit volume than a lighter substance of equal volume. Now units of density. We know D equals to m upon V. So SI unit of mass is kilogram and SI unit of volume is meter cube. So what will be the SI unit of density? Kilogram per meter cube. We can also write this way, kilogram meter minus 3. Now we will find CGS unit of density. CGS unit of mass is gram and CGS unit of volume is centimeter cube. So what will be the CGS unit? Gram per centimeter cube. This can be written in this form also. Now you see, I have drawn these two monkeys. This is bigger monkey and this is smaller. And under this bigger monkey I have written gram per centimeter cube, means gram per centimeter cube is the bigger unit and kilogram per meter cube is the smaller unit. Is that clear? So when we go from bigger unit to smaller unit, means gram per centimeter cube to kilogram per meter cube, we multiply by 1000. And when we go kilogram per meter cube to gram per centimeter cube, we divide by 1000. Now determination of density of a solid by using a measuring cylinder. Since D equals to m upon V, so for finding density we need to know mass and volume. Mass of solid can be determined by physical balance. Let it be m gram. Okay. For finding volume, we pour some water in this measuring cylinder. Let it be x centimeter cube. Now tie the given solid and immerse in water completely. Now let the new volume will be y centimeter cube. So for finding volume of solid, what we will do? Y minus x. Y minus x centimeter cube. Suppose this is V centimeter cube. So density will be mass upon volume. Now determination of density of a liquid by using a density bottle. So here it is a specially designed bottle of capacity 100 ml fitted with a ground glass stopper at its neck. The stopper has a small capillary tube. When the bottle is completely filled with some liquid and stopper is inserted, then the excess liquid comes out through the capillary tube. Now what we do? First we wash the density bottle and dry it in hot air, and after inserting stopper, find its mass by physical balance. Now fill the density bottle with distilled water completely and then insert glass stopper. After drying from outside, we find its mass. Now pour of water from density bottle and again dry it. Now fill the density bottle with the given liquid whose density we have to find. So now insert the stopper and dry from outside, and now find the mass of density bottle along with liquid. Now mass of empty bottle is m gram. Mass of empty bottle plus water, when we fill water, it is m1 gram. Then mass of empty bottle plus liquid, suppose it is m2 gram. Mass of only water, how we will find? Mass of empty bottle plus water minus empty bottle. So what mass will come? Mass of water only, means m1 minus m gram. Now volume of 1 gram of water equals to 1 centimeter cube. So volume of water will be m1 minus m centimeter cube. Now volume of bottle will also be m1 minus m centimeter cube. Volume of liquid equals to volume of water equals to volume of density bottle. Why? Because liquid and water are filled in the same bottle. So these all the three, volume of liquid, volume of water and volume of density bottle, will be equal. Mass of only liquid will be, how we will find? This is mass of empty bottle plus liquid, this is mass of empty bottle, means from this we will minus this. So m2 minus m gram. Now we have to find the density of liquid. Density equals to mass upon volume. So mass of liquid, we have already found this, m2 minus m gram, and volume of liquid equals to m1 minus m gram. So density of liquid will be equals to m2 minus f upon m1 minus m gram per centimeter cube. Now variation of density of liquids and gases with temperature, means what is the effect of temperature on the density of liquids and gases when we heat. So solid, liquid and gases expands on heating and contracts on cooling. By heating solids between 20 degrees Celsius to 40 degrees Celsius, expansion is negligible. Almost there is no expansion. So density does not change. By heating liquids and gases, there is a large change in volume, but mass of a gas or a liquid remain constant. Suppose two boys A and B are running a 200-meter race. A finishes the race in 20 seconds and B finishes the race in 25 seconds. So A is faster because the rate at which A was running is, how we will find the rate? Speed equals to distance upon time, means 200 upon 20 means 10 meter per second. So speed of A is 10 meter per second. The rate at which B was running, how we will find? Speed equals to distance upon time, means distance is same but time taken is 25 seconds. So this comes 8 meter per second. So who is faster? A, because its speed is more. So the rate of change of motion is called speed. Speed equals to distance covered by an object upon time taken to cover the distance. So if d is the distance covered and t is the time taken and s is the speed, so speed equals to distance upon time. Speed is a scalar quantity, means it shows only magnitude, it does not show the direction. You must have seen speedometers in all the vehicles almost, which measures instantaneous speed, means speed at any instant. Now unit of speed. SI unit of speed is meter per second. You can write also. Now other unit is kilometer per hour. If we have to change kilometer per hour into meter per second, so what we do, we multiply by 5 by 80. When we change meter per second into kilometer per hour, we multiply by 18 by 5. Now kinds of speed. There are two types of speed. One is uniform speed, another one non-uniform speed. So uniform speed is what? When a body covers equal distance in equal interval of time, the body is said to be moving with a uniform speed. If a car covers 30 km in an hour and again 30 km in 1 hour, so the car is moving with uniform speed. When we go on a highways or on a vacant road, then it is a uniform speed. Non-uniform speed or variable speed. When a body covers unequal distance in equal interval of time, the body is said to be moving with a non-uniform or variable speed. If car covers 40 km in 1 hour and 20 km in 1 hour and then 30 km is in 1 hour. Now you see the time is same but the distance covered is different. First in 1 hour 40 km, then 20 km, then 30 km. So it is describing as non-uniform speed. In this case, what we do, we find average speed. Average speed equals to total distance covered upon total time taken. Total distance covered is 40 plus 20 plus 30. Total time taken is 1 hour, 1 hour, 1 hour means 3 hours. If you plus these, this becomes 90, then this becomes 3. So this becomes 30 kilometer per hour. When we go home from our school, this is a non-uniform speed because sometimes we are slow and sometimes we are fast. Okay, thank you.